You know what's smart? Enjoying a fresh gourmet meal at home that you didn't have to cook. Meet Factor, your loophole in the laws of mealtime. Chef-crafted meals delivered with a tap, ready in just 2 minutes. You know what's even smarter? Treating yourself without cheating your goals. Factor is dietitian approved, chef prepared, and you plated. Pretty smart, huh? Refresh your routine and eat smart with Factor. Learn more at factormeals.com.
This is Optimal Finance Daily, Passive Income and Other Money Myths, Part 2, by Dr. Leif Dahleen of physicianonfire.com. Number 2, you traveled for free with credit card points. No, you didn't. Credit card rewards are fantastic, and I've saved myself many thousands of dollars by utilizing them well. I've earned all those reward points and miles by charging the vast majority of our spending to various credit cards that offer juicy rewards. I wouldn't be all that surprised if I've charged over $1 million to plastic over the years. The banks that issue these cards are profitable companies. They charge retailers about 3% of what the consumer pays for goods and services. Retailers, also wanting to be profitable, bake that 3% cost into what they charge for goods and services. If we're smart consumers, we get 1 to 2% back in the form of credit card rewards. It's not 3%, but it's better than a poke in the butt with a sharp stick. It's just not a great deal for the consumer. We can assume things cost close to 3% more than they would if credit card fees didn't exist on retailers' balance sheets, and we're typically not getting 3% back from the card issuers. Yes, you can find certain redemptions of miles or points that exceed that value, but the best hassle-free cashback cards offer 2% back on all spending. If, instead of getting cash back on all credit card purchases, you redeem them for travel, you can find some great deals. And as mentioned, win the game by getting better than a 3% value at the redemption. But let's not confuse rewards travel with free travel. Let's say you used 50,000 points or miles to book 2 round-trip flights. Depending on the airline and the destination, that may be next to impossible, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. You might be inclined to consider these flights as free travel. But the truth is that you could have $500 cash in your pocket instead. Or perhaps if you've used a different card, you might have earned $1,000 worth of points with that same amount of spending. Where the rewards get extra juicy is when you get the welcome bonuses for multiple cards in short order. But that's straying far from the point I'm making. With all credit card rewards, including welcome bonuses, you can typically opt for cash or travel by either choosing different cards to open and use or by choosing a different redemption option from the same card. You can spend your points on travel, or you can spend your points on cash or cash equivalents like statement credits. But don't forget that the person who actually paid for those points is you. Number 3, you need a budget. This statement is more of a marketing plan than a money myth. Jesse Meekum's app, YNAB, guess what it stands for, purportedly has hundreds of thousands of users who use it to get their budgets under control and reach their financial goals. I haven't looked closely at the service, and a few of our interviewees swear by it, but budgeting is not something I've ever done. I've never needed a budget, and I like to think that most high-income professionals don't need one either. When I talk about budgeting, I mean preemptively determining how much money you plan to spend in various categories and sticking to the plan. For me, it's too prescriptive and unnecessary. I do believe that some people truly do need a predetermined budget, and those who spend excessively in a way that's harming their ability to reach long-term financial goals should give budgeting a try, even if temporarily. It could help instill thrifty money-saving habits that may come naturally to others. I do believe in intentional spending and being a good steward of money, paying yourself first by maxing out retirement accounts, and those sorts of budgeting adjacent activities that lead to long-term wealth. However, for most of us, I think a true budget is too restrictive and should only be implemented when other money-saving methods have failed. Number 4, you need a side gig. I had a side gig. You're looking at it. There was a time when it paid me as much as my doctor job once did. But side gigs like this are a rarity. If you're a professional earning multiple six figures a year, the odds that you'll come close to earning that same hourly rate or more by doing something different are small. Side gigs can be great for non-financial reasons also, and I'm not going to discourage anyone from starting one of their own. Picking up new skills and knowledge while exercising different parts of your brain that don't get as much use in your career can be deeply rewarding. You can also do some side hustling within your profession, leveraging your skill set and experience in new ways, or simply in a different setting. Locum tenens work and other moonlighting opportunities can provide a solid income boost. However, none of this is necessary if you've got a good job that pays well. Your social media feed may be full of side gigging doctors singing their praises, but a main gig ought to be enough to support you and your family financially. If it's not filling your cup in other ways, you may have other issues to address, but don't feel like you need a side gig. You don't. And number 5, earning more is as good as spending less. Foes of frugality are quick to point out that there's no need to focus on spending less when you can just earn more. They do make a good argument in that there's a limit to how much you can cut spending, but there's no limit to how much one can earn. There are issues with that line of thinking though. One is that there is a limit to how much one can make while working as an employee within a health system. Earning more might mean taking more risk and possibly earning less, or uprooting your family and moving somewhere else for a better job. If making more money was easy, everyone would do it. Furthermore, a dollar saved is better than a dollar earned. Every dollar that you don't spend is about $1.60 that you don't have to earn. Why? Taxes. To look at the benefit of earning more, you need to factor in your marginal tax rate. That is, the tax paid on each additional dollar earned on top of what you already earn. This is higher than your overall average effective tax rate. If your household income puts you in the 32% federal income tax bracket and you pay a middle-of-the-road 5% state income tax, your marginal tax rate is 37%, assuming no local income taxes. When you earn $1, you keep 63 cents. To keep $1, you need to earn 1/63 or $1.59. With a marginal tax rate of 37%, reducing annual spending by $10,000 improves your bottom line by the same as earning an additional $15,900. In some locales and at higher incomes, marginal tax rates can reach 50% or more. In that case, you'll need to earn $20,000 extra to match the benefit of spending $10,000 less. You may want to think twice before your next credit card swipe. You just listened to part 2 of the post titled Passive Income and Other Money Myths by Dr. Leif Dahleen of physicianonfire.com. I know we've all been there, setting those ambitious New Year's resolutions. By mid-January, most of us have already given up. But what if I told you there's one financial resolution you could actually stick to because it happens automatically? Well, today's episode is sponsored by Acorns. And Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing so your money has a chance to grow for you, your kids, and your retirement. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that fits you and your money goals. You don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you invest with spare money you've got right now. You can start with $5 or even just your spare change. Acorns is great because this type of automation is exactly what we talk about on this show. Head to acorns.com/OFD or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 1 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. View important disclosures at acorns.com/OFD. You sign up for something, forget about it after the trial period ends, then you're charged month after month after month. The subscriptions are there, but you're not using them. In fact, I just learned that 85% of people have at least one paid subscription going unused each month. Thanks to Rocket Money, you can see all of your subscriptions in one place and cancel the ones you're not using anymore, saving more money. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. The app automatically scans your bills to find savings opportunities and will even negotiate with service providers on your behalf. No more waiting on hold. And their new goals feature makes saving automatic, perfect for building an emergency fund or saving for a house. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/OFD today. That's rocketmoney.com/OFD. rocketmoney.com/OFD. I saw Leif give a talk at a Camp FI event where he presented many of the points in this article. The one that completely blew my mind was that I actually didn't need a budget. This was just a few years ago, and at the time, my Midwestern gentleman had just moved into my house. As we were figuring out the best way to combine finances and sort out our budget, I found myself drowning in transactions that I was trying to keep organized. I was managing budgets for my personal spending, our joint spending, as well as my business. It was incredibly time-consuming and annoying, and I procrastinated on it constantly. And then Leif set me free. I realized that I was spending a ton of time categorizing transactions and monitoring a budget for very little benefit. It didn't lead to any change in behavior, and because we've already reached most of our financial goals, it's not like there was a meaningful finish line to be working towards. So I hired a bookkeeper for the business, and I simply stopped budgeting. I do see value in tracking our expenses from a very high level just to know how much we're spending each year, but even that is fairly loosey-goosey. What I know is that we're still saving and investing every year. We've never tapped into our savings accounts, and we're spending less than we earn. There's little utility in obsessing over every dollar spent after you've reached a high degree of financial security. And that's another episode of Optimal Finance Daily in the books. I'll be back with more for you tomorrow. So have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you on the Tuesday show where your optimal life awaits.